Never a dull day in the DA faith, so they're planning to take action against two of them. Explain to us exactly what happened there.
So it's what you referred to in your intro, right? So the EFF and the DA decided yesterday that they're going to boycott the proceedings, right? They believe that they deem it to be illegal, right? So they boycott the proceedings, and the two councillors then of the DA decide that they're going to stay put, right? So the DA then believes that action must be taken against them because they defied a caucus decision, right? But I think what is interesting is also now how the interim leader, John Steenhuisen, and the Gauteng leader of the DA, John Moody, interprets what needs to be happen now. Because the one is quite firm that action must be taken. The other is a bit stuck on the process. And I think also even there, in terms of what must happen now, there's some sort of difference. Let's just listen to how they interpret it.
They don't belong in the DA. When you behave in this type of treacherous way and you conspire with political opponents, there will be a cost to pay. And it's going to send a very clear message out throughout the party that where you don't act in the best interests of your voters, where you don't act in the mandate of the party, you must go and find another political party to be a member of, because the Democratic Alliance will not be the home for ill-disciplined members.
I cannot give you a timeline to it. The Federal Legal Commission is very busy. They have to constitute a panel to look at this. But I can assure you that we are trying to get these matters resolved as soon as possible, but also as thoroughly as possible, and that fairness prevails.
Very different lines there, you can see that. But I have to ask you before we go on, are these the same two, from the same two DA members or councillors who voted also for the ANC mayor?
That is what we believe, and I think that's what the DA believes as well, because I've spoken to a couple of people who say that one of the people admitted to voting with the ANC, the others decided that they're going to stick with the line that it was an election, that their vote is their secret. Now, what is also interesting is that that aspect of how they voted there is also under investigation by the DA, and I believe that lie detectors could also be brought in that investigation.
Okay, gosh, okay, it's quite a task. Now, you did speak to one of these councillors, right? You spoke to one of them, and he says he's not going to take any kind of punishment from the DA. I
spoke to Vinay Chuni. He's the ward councillor in the Niger South, and let's just listen to what he says, because he says basically he's not taking it lying down.
I want to go to court. I want to be fired for something that I believe in, you know. If my mind is telling me, no, you know what, no, let's just leave everything. We are not in the apartheid here. And this route that we are going, it's like, you know, remember when you guys stopped me about the lie detector test? We become in the special forces now. Because this is all apartheid techniques.
Can't wait to see how this plays out. Now, just to the bigger picture for the DA faith, I mean, they've had their fair share of troubles in the past 2 months or so. It hasn't even been that long. So, I mean, what does this kind of behavior, what does this tell us? Especially we saw, okay, what these councillors did, and then the two different lines from leaders in the DA. What is it telling us? Are they talking to each other? Does the right hand know what the left is doing? What's the feeling you're getting?
I think it speaks to the bigger issue, right? It speaks to the bigger issue of the rumblings and the differences in the opinion, the differences in lines, the differences in stances that exist in the DA. And obviously you think that, well, people are allowed to differ, but there are things like of this nature, for instance, that happens in the party. It brings the political fractions within the party to the fore, and you have to wonder whether the party is as healthy as it thinks it is. Because I heard Shahan speak to John Steenhuisen earlier and asking him if things are falling apart, and he believes that no, actually things are coming together. I put the same question to the DA Gauteng leader, John Moody, and he was saying to me, no, absolutely, there is nothing wrong in the party, and they believe that these are issues that they can overcome. The reality, though, is that Mmusi Maimane is gone. He was the leader of the party. The Joburg mayor, Herman Mashaba, is gone. Right, and the DA also lost 3 key metros, you know, in succession, and you have to ask yourself whether the party is in touch with the political reality that it finds itself in.
Unless they know something we don't, but I very much doubt that. Well, good luck to the DA. I don't know how they're going to wade out of this one. Thanks very much, Faith Daniels. Like we said, never a dull day for the DA. Well.